Hey everyone, welcome to Shot Callers eSports. I'm at Hempstead, that's Eric Kummel, and news out of the NA LCS is that's going to look a lot different in 2018, moving to a franchising system here instead of just the whole promotion, relegation. If you suck in the previous split, you're out, and then you have a chance to get back in the previous one. That was kind of put harshly.
Yeah,
but
and another team that sucks comes in.
Yeah, exactly. Instead, you have to pay $10 million to have a spot in the NA LCS.
Well, you only have to pay 5 up front.
Well, that changes everything.
You don't have to worry about the other 5 till later.
Right. So now, basically, if you have the money and you're a good organization that cares about your players and you have a professional background and all that kind of stuff, you can join this league. So what do you think of the whole switch from the relegation promotion tournament to actually having a spot that's permanent in the LCS?
Yeah, well, when teams aren't worried about being relegated, maybe they'll be more open to putting in long-term plans to build up their team, as opposed to if we get last, our entire organization is gone because no one pays attention to the Challenger Series. But when this change comes into effect, obviously teams like TSM, CLG, C9, they're going to be able to get that money. They already have such well-established brands that they are going to be perfectly fine when this change happens. It's those teams below them. Dignitas, another team that's been around a while, they'll probably be fine. But teams like P1, FlyQuest, maybe even Immortals that don't have these die-hard fan bases, I think when these big companies come in to invest in this, that they're going to completely change their brand. And I think that might be for the better because these teams haven't done a great job of growing their brand. And when already established ones come in, it's only going to help the team.
And when you look at teams like Team Liquid and Counter Logic Gaming, they've been around for forever. But I mean, they did have scares where they were almost kicked out of the LCS because of one bad split, which does seem pretty harsh.
Doublelift saved both those teams.
Doublelift saved both, exactly. But I mean, if there was this system in place in 2017, Team Liquid probably wouldn't have picked up Doublelift to save them in that promotion tournament, which he had to step over and go do. But it's going to be a big change for sure. And all of a sudden, these LCS teams are able to, field the full roster. They're going to have these challenger teams as well, so it might actually help develop some of this NA talent people have been making fun of for years now. Oh, there's no one in this region anymore. So actually now having a full challenger team as well underneath, it just builds the region as a whole, not just the LCS teams.
Yeah, I think that's one of the bigger things that'll happen or that'll change when this comes in is that Challenger Series. I think teams, players, and fans will pay more attention to that league when it's kind of like a development league for the LCS. Now you look at it and only one of the days are even streamed, and no one really pays attention to the Challenger Series. I think they will more so when that change comes because they might be taking the spots from the guys on the LCS squad as well.
Yeah, 100%. And it's not like there's no incentives for these teams. There are going to be financial benefits for actually doing well in the split. And if you're terrible for an extended period of time, it's 5 splits out of 8. If you're in the bottom 2, you will lose your spot. So that's hard to do, to be honest, be bottom 2 for 5 out of 8 splits.
And there's no gain to being horrible. It's not like,
exactly.
Well, we're going to get the first overall pick in the
exactly.
League
out
of
of
Legends
the
draft.
Amazing NA pool of talent. Or you can steal one Korean player from SKT.
Now that's more enticing.
If you finish last.
That'd be more enticing.
We'll look into it. We'll talk to Riot and get back.
We'll talk.
But Eric, you got 10 mil to join the LCS? You gonna be in there next split?
Well, I got the 5 mil up front. You got the 5 mil later, right? You got me covered?
Yeah, I'll definitely, when they come asking, I'll find it somewhere,
Yeah, and I think we would get last 8 out of 8 times. Because it'd probably be you and I and 3 other people.
But at least we would last 8 splits.
That's pretty good.
That is pretty good. Well, either way, Eric, 2018 is gonna have a much different look in the NA LCS, switching to this franchise system. No more relegation or promotion. Let us know what you think of the change below. What's going to happen in the NA LCS? Hit us up in the comments. That's Eric Kummel. I'm at Hempstead, and we'll see you next time on Shot Callers eSports.